Then there were three, written by R. D. Lawrence, illustrated by Peter Ferguson. The four cubs huddled together outside their den. They were so small and so unsure, and this new world was so big. Silverfeet, not really knowing why, felt the urge to return to safe darkness of the den, but his senses were too weak and he did not know which way to go. He moved farther from the cave. His brother and sisters followed, a ragged little group that traveled slowly. Some instinct warned Silverfeet that he was going in the wrong direction. Perhaps the smell of the den became weaker in his nostrils. Perhaps fear sharpened his senses. He stopped, and the others stopped with him. They sat undecided. Silverfeet had succeeded in pointing himself in the right direction at last. Wobbling, he slowly made his way toward the cave mouth. His sisters followed, but his brother was wandering farther away. From the direction of the scrub patch, a pig-like grunt disturbed the stillness of the afternoon. The shaggy bulk of a black bear came into view. He paused now and then to snuffle at something on the ground. With two smashes of his powerful forepaws, the bear tore a dead log to pieces. He then stopped to lick up the ants from the rotting wood. Suddenly, he stopped. Wolf scent. He knew the smell of the wolf den, and he knew that in the den he could expect to find some young pups. These would be delicate mouthfuls for the still winter-hungry bear. He also knew the savagery of timber wolves and how they protect their young. So he paused, advanced a couple of steps, and paused once more, trying to locate the adult wolves. A few steps farther on, he detected the smell of the cubs. He squinted, trying with his poor vision to locate them, at the same time deciding that the parent wolves were not present. He quickened his steps, and the scent guided him toward the slow-moving male pup. Returning home from a successful deer hunt, the parent wolves picked up the scent of the bear. Pausing to track the bear's progress, they were aware he was heading for their den. They raced in their fastest gallop, trying to get to their pups. They burst out of the forest in view of their den just as the bear seized the male pup. The big bear stood on all fours, facing the cave entrance, staring at the other pups. The little male was hidden in his great jaws. He bit down, and the life was crushed from the little body. At this moment, two furious, savage adult wolves attacked the bear. With flashing fangs, the wolves smashed into the bear from both sides. The bear whirled, shaking off both wolves easily. He dropped the body of the pup. The wolves attacked again. Their growls mingled with the bear's roar of surprise. The bear rushed the male, trying to clasp him in his strong forepaws and crush him to death. The female wolf struck him hard in the shoulder, knocking him off his feet. The bear was nimble. Quickly, he stood and charged the female wolf. While she retreated out of reach, the male attacked from the other side. Slowly, the wolves were moving the bear away from the cubs. The fight was fierce. Again and again, they bit at him. Time after time, the bear tried to crush them. The wolves wanted to get him away from their den. Step by step, they drew him away until they were down the slope and close to the brush. The wolves paused, and the bear took advantage of the moment to charge into the heavy brush. The male chased after him. The female climbed the slope to her pups. She went first to the three living pups. She smelled them, and they licked them. Seeing that they were unharmed, she turned to the dead cub and licked it all over as though urging it to move. She whined and licked her baby again. Carefully, she opened her mouth and picked it up. She entered the den and placed the dead pup in the nesting chamber. One by one, she carried her other pups to safety. She lay with them. Silverfeet and his sisters suckled from her. The male wolf kept chasing the bear, pushing him out of his country. When he could hear the bear no more, he turned and raced for home. Try this. Think of the sounds you would hear throughout the story. Create a sound poem using some of the words that come to mind.